Dobry den, guten Tag, hola, hello. I am the Sarcastic Cleric, and we are back for another episode of Divinity Scarlet Sandalz. So let's just dive right in and see what we have in store today. And here's hoping that it's not some more time travel nonsense. I'd like to actually progress in the game, please. Loading screens, you gotta love them. Alright, so last time we had a bunch of just exposition on what all we were going to be doing around here. Apparently there is a lot of time travel involved, going back and forth, collecting shiny rocks to save the universe. That's all well and good, but I feel like you should have waited to give me all of that information instead of just throwing it all in the first, hour or so of gameplay.
About your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here.
Got a nice little guard here to chat up with. Looks like he's keeping an eye on Miss Esmeralda. If you recall, Esmeralda is the one politician's wife, the guy who was murdered. That's right. We have to investigate a murder. There's so much talk about time travel and shiny rocks and everything that I was starting to forget that I was called here to investigate a murder!
All of us remain undefeated in the eyes of the gods. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of River, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds.
This guy is just worshipping Esmeralda.
But in my mind,
probably not the best choice to investigate a potential murderer.
Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists.
Again, I'm pretty sure the mortician was also somehow involved, and, well, we kinda took care of him already.
The Council of Seven couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long.
Jake's murder is a tragedy, yes. You're supposed to be helping us figure out who murdered him, not drooling over his widow.
I can tell you one thing about the undead, and that is to stay the hell away from them. I've seen too many men and women put on a brave face and avow to undo death's scourge, only to be struck down and have their
Oh, my dear Septimus.
while their hearts still thumped madly away.
You know, one thing I really have to ask. His name is Septimus. He is the seventh son. Is his brother named Octavius? Is there a Sextimus? His names are kind of ridiculous. Alright.
Legion's greetings, Hunter.
All he has to offer is golden wine. At that point, I don't even know why you're offering to let me trade with him. He's got nothing. Alright, let's talk to Esmeralda here. See what's all going on with her. She is Jake's widow.
How many times do I need to state the matter?
Now, I'm not positive, but I think she is seducing the guard who was sent to investigate her association with the murder.
Poor man. We were both so young when we met.
It's a little bit suspicious, don't you think?
So rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you?
I'd be getting irritated too if people were constantly prodding me about someone's murder.
These insinuations truly go.
Can't really blame her for that one.
I think I'm getting one of my headaches. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much.
I still have my thoughts that Jake might have been murdered because of those stones that he was collecting.
Well, there are certainly some interesting creatures running around these days. Orcs are only the tip of the brutish iceberg. Don't forget the murderous bones along the...
Wondering, if the cat wizard wasn't somehow partially responsible because he wanted to get me here to find those stones. Of course, a lot of people immediately turn to the widow, so, gotta at least investigate her.
Risen dead sprouting like mushrooms in a single night. And that's not even the worst of it. No, the worst is they keep coming back. An endless legion of the dead that even the legion of the living cannot subdue.
Well, she has a little bit more than the guard had. Keeps her on a stock of more than just golden wine. And admittedly, I kind of wish I could afford some of these things. Some nice jewelry. Very expensive. Very legendary. Oh, sorry, epic. Whatever. Who cares? Point is, it's good. Honestly, she's got quite a few good things, and I've got a few things to sell at the very least. But maybe some other time.
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
Okay, so as of right now, there's not a whole lot going on. Just gotta check every nook and cranny. What the hell? I'm sorry, I was not expecting to find that. I was not expecting that to be an item in this game. Honestly, why would you put somebody's smelly panties as an item in the game? Star Pebble, Star Pebble. Moonstone. Fantastic, I need to evolve my Nidorino.
If only the popular girls from the source.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just taking that key to break into the rest of her house to investigate the murder. Hey, don't question it. This isn't America. People don't have rights in this realm. I don't think. Okay, what I'm doing is a little shady, I'll give you that. Just trying to remember how to go into stealth mode so I can sneak around downstairs. I probably should have paid more attention to the tutorials. But where's the fun in that? There we go. And was spotted for rounding a corner.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle.
So they're going to be keeping a close watch on me.
Bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda dearest. I'm just doing my duty.
Gotta find some other way into those back rooms so I can continue this investigation. Wasn't there a back door to this building somewhere? Would help if my camera didn't suddenly freeze on me. Is that a window or a door? Honestly, this game is a little janky at times. Oh, there's the door. You can kind of see it in the corner there. A lot going on out here. Just wish I could fix the camera angle. Honestly, I don't even know what I pressed to get into this view, but it is really annoying. Of course, they have a mug of water kept in a barrel. And another key. That's probably how you get into the basement there. I'm sorry, why do you have a toxic grenade in your pantry?
Sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield.
That's not suspicious at all. Oh, now the camera fixes. Okay, so we gotta check things out here in the basement. A crate with some apple juice. And raw meat. Not salted meat, just raw meat. It's probably gone bad by now, guys. More apple juice. Maybe that was the same apple juice. Empty baskets. Well, one of them was empty anyway. Not a whole lot for evidence on the murder. I'm almost ready to declare her innocence, to be honest.
If only the popular girls
Random
sources
key under a roasted pig.
become.
Huh. It was to a jail cell in their basement. Is it just an extended pantry? I mean, why do they have that locked up? What's so important down here that they have to secure? Besides some material to make explosives? How do I get into this room over here? Seriously, there's no... The door's behind the bookcase. How? How do I open this? Oh, I can move the screen. Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. Maybe the bookcase will just slide now? Or there's a button where the screen was. Why hide this room? I mean, was he hiding something down here? Was she hiding something down here? What? Patty Cake Volume 1? Oh, Bloody Dagger.
Bloody dagger. Could this have been involved in the crime?
Bloody Dagger in a secret room. Not so willing to declare her innocence now. Gonna have to question Esmeralda again. A zombie painting, okay. Not sure why you have that, but hey. That's not exactly something to complain about. Got a ring, resurrection scroll, cooking pot. Alright, well. Let's just investigate this back room here. Another key, okay. Just some old clothes. Better than what I found upstairs, anyway. Seriously, did you have to make her use panties an item? That seemed entirely unnecessary. Got quite a few paintings here. And gold plates.
A book about setting up the perfect crime.
Esmeralda has
And
been
questionable literature.
You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Truth be told, I'm more concerned about the fact that she's eating off of gold plates than the fact that she has books on murder. So let's just see what this murder book has to offer. So the book won an award from the Guild of Assassins. How do you get such an award? How do you draw their attention? Just very elaborately describe the murders you commit?
Thank the Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Oh my god. Very important. Understand how you are going to execute someone. I'm sorry, the afterglow. You think you have afterglow after murdering someone? What is this? Oh my god. There's some special token for your labors. This book is weird, to say the least. It's a little terrifying. I mean, for all we know, it's like just, I don't know, maybe it's this world's version of 50 Shades of Grey or something. Just a questionable piece of literature that, in the end, means absolutely nothing.
Handsome and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
Legion's greetings, Hunter.
She is definitely putting the moves on Septimus.
That implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well,
You know, I think my argument might be a little bit better if I said that I found this stuff in a secret room in the basement. She has questionable literature and a bloody knife that she was trying to hide from everyone.
with the blushing bottom. Perhaps you had best ask her to explain. A dagger caked in dried
Okay, maybe the murder book is erotic fiction or something, because did you see those names?
To set aside all doubt, I mean.
Who writes a book called The Knight in See-Through Armor?
The hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Listen.
Alright, let's see if you can explain these items.
Evidence to back up your ridiculous claims. Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute. It isn't mine, it was James.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. Sure, the politician has the book on murder.
Really? I should have thought a source hunter of all people would appreciate.
Makes about as much sense as anything else in our world, right? Actually, it kind of does. It's a little too close to home, doesn't it?
Presence in my cellar. And the dagger? It's simply a butcher
That
knife.
dagger is a butcher's knife. Ma'am, it's a dagger.
Love to cook the deer.
Butchers use
What will you
cleavers.
pick up next? Accusing me of bashing him over the head with a frying pan?
There's a difference. If you had argued that it was a steak knife, I'd be less suspicious. But there seems to be an explanation for everything, so... Remind me never to look in that chest. Huh. Clothes are covered in perfumes. They must have smelled really bad.
Move along.
Move along. He has nothing good to
Legion's
say.
greetings, Hunter. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of
Septimus might as well not even be here. Oh, here we go. The mayor's office.
What? Oh, it's
Wonder if he has anything good to offer on this investigation.
closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be, nor my eyes for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you. Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the
You
facts will be
forgot
Keep
a
investigating.
man in your town
Yourselves in time.
was murdered. It's all the news and you forgot.
What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Saisi.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you hardly resemble the local fisher folk, which, incidentally...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't look like a fisherman, so I don't know how you could make that mistake.
That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious.
He wants to ally himself with me. That's kind of cool. What does he do?
I take no pleasure in the company of man, but it may just be to our mutual advantage.
I mean, if I'm gonna wander out into the wilderness, I do need a couple more people in the party.
You hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons.
Oh, he's a
You are aware,
demon hunter?
that quite often both
Well, what's your weapon?
beasts frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not?
Okay,
I
yeah,
have been
but
decimated
how do you
by
hunt? Like,
long
what do you
since.
use to hunt?
This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must
Is
recognize.
that a tiefling off in the corner there?
Yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry.
You say you hunt demons, and there's... what is that? It looks very demonic to me.
That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their
Unbelievable.
propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Never deal with demonic entities. I mean, I had no plans on dealing with demons anyway.
Speak before your turn. I, for one, am not ready to make that promise.
Really, Scarlet? You want to make a deal with a demon at some point?
What tangled webs you'd weave. But
That
I
never
won't be
ends well for the people making the deal.
Reflect. And if you should see the light, I will be here in the library. For now, you are not worthy of my devotion.
Okay, so let's see what this...
I bid thee Tujta Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My
I
library
mean,
is
this...
yours as I hope your friendship is mine.
This Victoria kind of looks demonic to me, and she's walking around next to a demon
The
hunter.
likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe. For I was found
Your
in a
tribe?
little basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amon Hor.
She's an orc?
Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way.
Orcs in this world have tails and horns?
This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small delight.
I have a lot more questions than this.
You may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you.
Ugh.
All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Well, at least I get to look through all these books.
Place this book here. A volume of poetry, novels,
A joke book, okay.
Yes, a key of Sadakandaras. What nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered?
This row of books has no books in it.
You hear? Place this book here. A volume of poetry or novels.
You have a skull in the library? Do you have any books on necromancy to go with that skull?
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom,
Demonology for
Esmeralda
dumbbells.
does have a propensity for...
And yes, I am avoiding that one book.
The
Toys
encyclopedia.
Jagetta, friend. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing
Lesser
bottom.
key of Sadakakas.
Esmeralda does have a propensity...
What else do we... Another skull.
First edition too. Most promising.
Oh, this row of books has a piece of paper in it. You would think it would have some books.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
Cache
Is
Denard.
there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Been returned. Teleron
The
will have
Source
to...
Hunter. Have you come to your senses? Have you changed your mind? Are you ready to join forces? Why? Simply because you hunt Source, and I, Jayhak...
Maybe this time I'll get him to join me.
You are aware, of course. Now, this is a sentiment on one condition.
You speak before...
Oh,
No, Scarlet still is holding on to the idea of making deals with demons.
no. This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The pseudomonad.
Oh well.
And the first edition, too. Most promising.
Cache Denard. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
I personally would prefer not to make deals with demons, but
I need something more.
when I'm not controlling her, Scarlet is definitely her own person.
A source hunter.
So if
Oh, what
she wants to make a deal with a
source
demon,
with Celian
there's
eyes.
probably nothing I can do to stop it,
I live alone here in
other than
town.
frown.
Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain
Petty
Orange now and then.
hooliganism
When those blasted
adventuring.
Fabulous Five came into town. That band of... I don't even know
So
what to call
adventurers
them.
are just people wandering about town causing mischief. Okay?
That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where.
I can tell I'm not going to be too well liked in this world. Seeing as I'm an adventurer and they just said adventuring is awful. Still haven't found very much evidence on Jake's murder. I mean, are we sure there were no witnesses to the place? Nobody at all saw the murder happen.
You let my chicken escape? Looks like it's your lucky day, Jake.
Hey, I didn't let your chicken escape.
You're getting nothing but the court.
No, I did not let his chicken escape.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place,
Scarlet won the fight, so he got to get away. I did not allow it. I just agreed to the outcome. So many good items at this quartermaster. Okay, now quick question. If I sold the books that I got from the library, would I have to pay the library fee? what are the rules in this world? Because again, first thing I did when I got to town was I killed a mortician while investigating a murder. And nobody's questioned me on it. And apparently I'm warm.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
They feel the need to tell me I'm warm while walking by a fire.
This town has seen better days, but despite it all, we'll always have the sea.
I'm overheating here.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I
I wonder if that would dry off my clothes faster
did so before you.
after I cast my rain spell.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her out.
Hello, what's this?
Real damage.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Toe. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
Oh,
She may have
my
the
reputation
reputation
precedes me, huh?
but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched.
Strange-looking outsider skulking through town.
I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what.
What was she hunting in town?
Like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
I mean, yeah, I could use whatever she is with my party.
Sorry, sir.
I mean, if she's using a bow and arrow, maybe
After all, a fearless hunter
maybe a
might
proper
be
archer?
useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good
That way I
hunter.
can focus more on the earth spells for Scarlet. Maybe we'll get some more summons.
She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And
Don't get me wrong, I love that giant spider spell, but maybe there's some other things that you can summon. Like a swarm of bats.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Tenebrium? All of her stuff points to being an archer. So yeah, she is definitely a pure... I'm sorry, stench.
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both
One of her traits is that she smells bad.
I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Badgers fear almost nothing.
Sir, no, sir.
I suppose honey badgers, yeah. They're kinda brave and chaotic.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me. Even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
She's gonna be fun to have around. Of course, we still need to find ourselves a tank. I wonder. With her being all wild and crazy, do you think I could use her skills to maybe get a little bit more information in regards to Jake's murder? It's just a thought at the very least. Oh sure, taking that key wasn't considered stealing. And I just remembered. Scarlet can talk to animals. I haven't questioned everyone in town because I haven't questioned the animals. Let's see if they have anything to offer. And a patch of dirt?
Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this gravesite.
Are you sure you want to disturb it?
You want to disturb it?
I mean, kinda.
We most certainly will not. We'll respect this gravesite by leaving it be.
Scarlet, let's dig up this grave. Sandolphin, don't do it. Respect the dead, damn it.
You'll leave that grave alone.
And
Your own alongside it.
we're gonna sell this like adults. Of course, this time I'm controlling Scarlet. Oh my god.
Alright, we'll do it your way.
I didn't win a single hand that time.
You step away from the grave.
Oh sure, when the computer's controlling Sandolphin, he's an expert at rock, paper, scissors.
One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it, man.
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research, the poor dear hasn't had a proper night's sleep in months.
I feel you. I've not had a proper night's sleep in months as well. Okay. Is it breaking and entering if you have the key, or is it just trespassing? Huh. Guess I don't have the key to that place. And if I really wanted to, I could just blast the door open. But that might make people in town very annoyed with me. I need to find Esmeralda's house again. If you recall, there were some rats in the basement. I need to have Scarlet question the rats. No, trust me, that is a perfectly normal statement to make right now. I have to question the rats. If I could just remember where the damn house was. Is there seriously no larger map? I was sure there was. Oh, that's the end. I don't want to go in there. I might get zapped to the beginning of time like I was the end of time. Where is that house? This door is locked. Again, if I really, really wanted to get in, it wouldn't be that difficult. But I don't think I'm quite ready to blast the door open with my wand.
No one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
I'm investigating a murder and you're questioning whether or not I'll stop you from stealing a fish. How about I just buy you the fish?
I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty
That way you get to eat,
but what choice have I got now?
and I'm not an accessory to thievery.
Oh, my story's tired by now. I was happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times around Sicil began.
It's not that I want you to starve, it's that
Need to eat, you know.
I don't think you should steal right now.
Should I snag a fish?
I really don't like these arguments either. I mean, yes, the merchant has to eat too, but...
Say about giving a man a fish. This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
No, that's not... Scarlet, he doesn't need to learn how to stand on his own 2 feet. But seriously, why can't I just buy the fish for him?
Until his growling belly seduces him back onto the crooked path. Thank you for making that would-be thief.
I have gold, why can't I just get him a fish?
The last thing the plagued people of Sicil need is a...
Why is generosity not an option here?
Watch the undead quiver in their moldy boots.
Okay. And the fish wasn't flagged as stealing when I highlighted it. I am really confused right now. Where's that damn house? Let's see if we can't figure something out here. I think that's the mayor's office right there. So Esmeralda's house should be pretty close by. Bingo! Alright, back to the basement we go. Okay, Scarlet, interrogate the rodents.
Where's Jake? Did he finally run off with that white-haired woman? What was her name? Candice?
Jake was associated with some white-haired woman?
She carves them up herself, you know. An expert knifer, that one. Esmeralda's a funny character.
Esmeralda seems to have a fondness for meats. I'm really hoping that's not an innuendo. I think I'm gonna just have to call it here. So, Nasledano, auf Wiedersehen, adios. Good night, everyone. See you next time. Let's hope we can solve this murder then.